Hello, AP Psychology students, and welcome to the last two sections of Chapter 6 on Sensation and Perception. We're going to be looking at perceptual powers and puzzles of perception. So let's get into this. So where does our perception come from? There's a lot of things that are inborn. You know, you can hear, you can taste, you can smell when you're born. Vision is pretty blurry. Touch is pretty good. Our most basic sensory abilities and many perceptual skills are inborn. Some develop like depth perception, being able to tell how far something is with binocular clues. They test this with this real experiment called the visual cliff, where they have a drop off, but it's plexiglass. Don't worry, that baby's not going to fall. It's not floating. It's not magic. They have plexiglass there, and the baby, they can sense, can they tell how deep this is? It also tests trust of their mother or a caregiver of whether or not they're going to go over the ledge, even though they're safe. So they can test this, and they won't crawl to the cliff at 6 months old. A lot of them can't crawl, period. But they can sense it by age 2 months. I'm not sure what they do, like the babies, if they can't move. But this is just, I'm passing along the information. I'm not sure how they do it. So some other critical periods. An infant misses certain experiences during a critical period. Perception can be impaired. For instance, adults that have been blind since infancy and have vision restored, they don't see very well. It's almost like they kind of lose the ability to pick up and understand what they're visualizing. They found similar findings with hearing. The cochlear implants work better on kids than adults who become deaf later in life, who understand what sounds are and how to perceive sound, than people that were born deaf and then they put these cochlear implants in. Some other things are going on. We have needs. We have psychological and cultural influences on perception. We have needs. We have beliefs. Many people thought, that they want to see things. They read into things, and they thought that they saw the face of the devil here in 9/11. This was the smoke rising from the Twin Towers. And remember, we learned about feature detector cells, that basically we are pre-programmed to see faces. And so it just pops out of us, and we want something to have meaning. We believe that there's signs from above and there's a higher power going on. We have our emotions, we have our expectations, we have our perceptual set, which is a habitual way of perceiving based on expectations. We hear things, we see things the same way. They've done studies. They know how our eyes move when we're presented with an image. And they can place products in commercials exactly where our eyes are going to move after we get bored with whatever pops up, and they'll have it strategically placed. So we have... this is kind of fun here. You can read that. Reading this phrase as an example, if the first and last letters are correct and all the letters in between are the correct, they have the right letters, they don't even need to be in the right order. As long as the first and last letter are in the right position and the other letters are there, we don't actually read every letter. We just skim over it, which is part of our expectations, it's part of our perceptual set. It's pretty remarkable what we can do. So let's talk about the puzzles of perception. Can we perceive what is happening in the world when it is below our usual sensory threshold? Can we be susceptible to subliminal messages? What do you guys think? Can you perceive without being aware? Can you flash something on the screen, like a thing of popcorn in the movie theater, and you're going to go, I want popcorn? Can you sleep on your book and then all the information comes into your head via reverse osmosis? Non-conscious processing appears to occur not only in perception but also in memory. We are working on things behind the scenes. We have those aha moments, those tip of the tongue syndromes going on. But subliminal messages don't work unless you really did want popcorn at that time. So perception versus persuasion. Subliminal messages only work if the person is motivated to do something or buy something. You can't subliminally get people to fall in love with you. Sorry, it's not going to work. Just be nice. That's all you got to do. Be a friendly person. Don't be too overbearing. Just be nice. Placebos work just as well in terms of this as in subliminal messages. So then we go further. Extrasensorial perception. Is it reality or illusion? Does ESP exist? What about telepathy? No. It's parapsychology. Get that junk out of here. People aren't psychic. It doesn't work. None of that's been proven through science. No, I saw that on the internet. It's on Facebook. It's not science. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Learn lots, read. Let me know if you have any questions.